Greeting Guardians, Unclear here. Now, what you're about to watch is the only build you will need on your Warlock to run any content you want. I just ran the Glassway GrandMaster Strike solo. Caveat, there was a death. I fell off the edge of the map while jumping between two platforms with no enemies around me, so there is a death in the video. But the build is very simple, very easy to follow, very easy to set up. So we're going to go over the components of the build, where to get them from, and then we're going to go into the nitty gritty. So first things first, the weapons we'll need is Ooster Engine. Ooster Engine can be farmed from Arena Ops. Also Fireteam Ops, Arena Ops, right here. From any of these activities, if it's the daily featured, be sure to jump in and grab it. For my personal role, I have gone for Chaos Reshaped Envious Assassin. It's a fantastic time. If you get it shiny, there's a lot of assault as well. In terms of a secondary weapon, I've gone for the Ringing Nail Auto Rifle. This can be targeted farmed from Arena Ops. To target farm this weapon, go over to Inventory, hit Attunement, go over to Arena Ops, and select the Ringing Nail. The Ringing Nail is found under the Vanguard's Ops node as well, under Destinations, under Arena, and select any of these activities. This is the only place they will drop from. Currently, it's available as a bonus. In terms of exotic weapons, there's two that I recommend, Dragon's Breath and 1000 Voices with the Catalyst. I personally prefer the Dragon's Breath over this. 1000 Voices I'll use for boss damage. In terms of running everything else, Dragon's Breath has been absolutely phenomenal. For my Glassway run, this is what I ran. In terms of armor, we want the Dawn Chorus, obtained from Master Raoul. Just pick one up with the stats you desire, preferably melee, grenade and weapons, or melee and weapons, or even super. You definitely want melee as high as you can for this build. Now for our armor set bonuses, to get the most out of it, we want the Volta Glass armor set with the 4-piece armor set bonus. Now this armor set bonus, for the 2-piece, after picking up an Orb of Power, the next time your shields are broken, gain a bonus to a health stat for a short duration, and release a burst of radial area around you. And for the 4-piece, when you have a subclass buff, dealing damage, or sustained damage, creates an Orb of Power. Now the Orb of Power is dropped right at your feet, you pick it up automatically. So you don't have to worry about Orbs of Power on the ground. Alrighty, so Volta Glass Master, Arena Ops, Vanguard Ops. That's where we get the gear from. In terms of our artifacts and our class setup, so as I said, this is the only build you need. So for running every other content bar bosses, you will run Song of Flame. If you're running bosses and raids, you will run Well of Radiance. So this is already another Well on your team, but Well of Radiance is just what you need. For abilities, we're going Phoenix Dive as the fastest class ability by far. I run Burst Glide, my favorite jump. Incinerator Snap, because that has more stacks of Scorch than the standard Celestial Fire. And we're running Healing Grenade, just to keep ourselves alive and in the fight. Aspects I've got Healing on, just so it keeps hitting the champions, stacking Scorch, or even bosses. It's really fun. And then I've gone Touch of Flame for obviously the Healing Grenade buffs. For fragments, I'm running Ember of Ashes, Ember of Char, Ember of Torches, Ember of Eruption. You can pause here to see what the fragments look like, so you can match them up if you wish. Alright, in terms of mods on my armor, for my helmet, I've got Hands-On, Heavy Ammo Finder, and Harmonic Siphon. My gloves, I have 1 stack of Melee Font, 1 Impact Induction, and Heavy Handed. More orbs, more grenades, more heals, more Scorch. That's the whole premise of this build, as you'll see when you watch the Glassway Strike. It's phenomenal. And then we have Cuirass of the Heathen Lords running chest piece here, with health font, just to bump up our health a little bit more, just to get a bit more healing going. And then the 2 dampeners here, or resistances, you change them depending on your activity. I just ran the Glassway, so I had Void and Concussive. In terms of boots, I just have 2 solar weapon surges on, and then I run recoup as well. Just a nice way to go, really. And then for our bond, we are running the time dilation, powerful attraction, and distribution. If we go over to our artifact, we are running the Hunter's Journal. As you can see, it's really nice. We have energy diffusion, sustained fire, solar fulmination, radiant orbs, counter energy, shield crush, and targeting autoloader. Now this build is actually phenomenal. I'll show you what it can do. So if I punch any one of these guys, they'll all start exploding. And because they're exploding, you'll see that I'm getting armor charges in the corner. I'm permanently radiant. Solar weapon boost. All my abilities are regenerating faster. My health's regenerating. I can get my grenade back pretty quick. And there's my melee again. It's pretty much instant with this build. It is an absolutely fantastic build. And if you guys use this build, or if you're unsure and not sold on it yet, please go watch the Glassway strike that I've just ran at Grandmaster difficulty. Did that solo with this build. The strike was so easy. Enemies were falling over. I really hope you watch it and enjoy. Anyway, if you copy this build, I can leave a dim link for you if you desire. I'll just put one in the chat anyway. But if you want to leave a comment to support the channel but don't know what to say, just comment below Warlock and we'll go from there. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the strike. Until next time. Bye.
We're here, Stranger. So, what's our plan?
Despite our best efforts, the Vex gate within remains active thanks to Eris. Destroying it loses us a vital link to the Vex. A story for another time, perhaps. For now, we need to focus on stopping any further incursions from the portal.
Understood. We'll take care of it. here we are again, cleaning up another of Clovis Bray's messes.
Be sure to remind him of that next time you see the bastard. He's the reason all this is here in the first place. The darkness told him to build the portal. It's his fault the Vex invaded. His fault so many people died. I did everything I could to help. It still wasn't enough.
There's no use in quantifying the help you did. Any amount is enough. You've done far more than most.
And it's only just begun, little light.